Hello Fanaticals, this is Aaron at the Fly Desk, and today I'm going to show you how to tie an egg-sucking woolly bugger. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer my streamer hook. This is a size 10 with a little bit of thread. And this particular fly, I want it to be weighted, so I'm going to just simply take some lead wire. This is a 0.030, so it's a little bit heavy. And I'm going to go until I got about a 1/4 inch left on this hook. And I usually just break my lead off. Then what I do is I wrap my thread back over the top of this lead to secure it. And then I actually like to take a little bit of Loctite super glue just for an added measure of strength. Just brush a little bit of that on. And then wrap it over one more time. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some black marabou. And I actually like using the fluffy part of the marabou, not as much the end pieces. So I'm going to grab a clump of this down here. And I'm going to lay it to where I'm going just up to the front part of this hook, over the top of my lead. I got a few little white pieces into that. And then I'm going to wrap until my thread is lined up just in front of the barb of that hook. Now, once I have my marabou tied on, instead of cutting it, I like to break it. And I keep breaking it until I get it the right shape and texture. So now I got a nice big fluffy tail that's about the same length as my hook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple strands of crystal flash, and I'm going to put one on this side, and I'm going to wrap another one on the other side. I'm going to cut those just barely longer than my tail in that fashion. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little piece of wire. So I've got a nice big strand of copper wire here. I'm going to wrap that in. Once again, I'm going to extend it to the front of my lead wire. And then this particular woolly bugger, I want to use orange hackle. It's a burned orange grizzly hackle, and I'm going to cut this off. And then with my tip side, I'm just going to pull my hackles like that. And then you see I have a shiny side and a dull side. I'm actually going to tie this one with the dull side up. I'm going to tie that tip right onto my woolly bugger. And on this one, I'm going to be using some peacock dubbing for my body. You can use regular old Chanel or crystal Chanel. I found that dubbing on my woolly buggers looks awesome, and so it is my body of choice. It is a little bit more time consuming, but I just layer my dubbing on my pre-waxed thread like so, and then I simply wrap to the front. Oops. You can see I've got plenty of room for my head still. Then I'm going to take my hackle, and as I wrap it, I'm going to comb it backwards. Just try to keep it as even as I can, all the way to the front, like so. So there, I tie it off. Now the wire is really just to hold that hackle in place. Now once I've got to this point, it looks pretty wild and crazy. You simply pull everything backwards and you start building up the head. You see I got a little bit thread in the way. So now I've built up my little egg on the tip of this woolly bugger. And at this point, I will simply whip finish. Like so. So I don't mind my woolly bugger hackle being long because it pulsates in the water when I'm stripping it in. I will then take some UV glue in thick and proceed to make my egg on top. Rotate this around. Oops. Okay, so you can see we have a nice eggy looking head on this thing. And that, my friends, is an egg-sucking woolly bugger. Very, very effective fly, especially in the springtime. Catch a lot of fish on this one. So, thank you for watching this Fanatical's fly tying video on how to tie an egg-sucking woolly bugger. We hope to see you on the water sometime. Thank you for watching.